Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
I feel like he's talking weird.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
No, that's just normal.
Of course.
But yeah, this
Okay.
whole thing is voice acted.
Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
Cliff
I
and
feel
Tucker in
awful
the
if
middle.
they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Oh god.
Okay.
Of course he's the one
but
who makes it
what
weird.
about
Yeah.
that other empty seat?
See, I told
There
you they
were
literally
only
just
15
address
of
it.
us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay.
'Cause he don't want
that
no
about
odd
does it
number.
For the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Should I hear more?
Yes. Like, they're gonna tell you how to work this.
As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim, then fire with the left mouse button. What? Okay. It's weird. ... Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. GGHF. Oh shit, make your argument. Evidence of a struggle.
So yeah, that's your bullet, and you can press the F1 key to like look
I
at
assert that the one who was
what it is, I
murdered
think.
Was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
Mhm.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the
No,
bathroom.
can I shoot her?
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
So
Shoot her! I'm shooting you, you bitch! Something's off of what was just said. Because if Saiga hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened in my room. For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words will appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak spot. These weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an argument by holding down the control key. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered was
Damn
Miss Sayaka Maizono.
so you can hold
And the
control
murder
to get
took
through
place
In
this.
the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise.
I'm gonna get you!
while she was in the
I'm gonna get you,
bathroom.
bitch! I'm gonna get
She
you!
didn't even have a chance
Pew!
to resist.
Pew pew pew!
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong!
So yeah, you literally shoot down their statements.
Just a
Objection!
second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
with the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Bitch.
Between Sayaka
They're-
and the killer, of course.
So you're
They're all
saying
very like
Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
they have to have things spelled out for them, like literally spelled out for them.
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Well, she was in the gym the whole time, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's next?
Same with him.
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Hey, I nail her pretty good, don't I?
Wow.
Yeah.
This is starting to sound like a real trial.
He almost sounds like the same voice actor from Monokuma. Almost.
Nah. He's just a bit hammy.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. I wonder.
As some kind of sharp, pointy thing.
Make your argument. Kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is
It's
the
a
murder
huge
weapon.
mystery.
So
Thanks,
the killer
Tucker.
used some random knife they had on him. How could anyone
wasn't random,
do
was it?
something like that?
It
That
was random.
son of a bitch.
Was it a random knife?
It's an object that was thrust into Sayaka's stomach. Well, I mean, technically anything can be random. I don't know, I just feel like that was a weird thing to shoot. It was almost certainly the knife that disappeared from a certain location.
So
I
what
think
was used to kill her?
in the first round, anytime there's pretty much orange text is the one to shoot.
So the killer
Okay.
used some random
From
knife
what I
they
remember.
had.
So pretty much here, Makoto's saying like it wasn't just some random knife. The killer took it from the kitchen set.
Oh.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the
We
murder,
have
we
those.
discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Thanks, Sakura.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Jesus.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay,
Ooh,
so the
yeah,
murder
super
weapon was
close.
a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Oh, shut up.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Shut up, Leon.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Come on, Kyoko. You're supposed to say ... I'll do it for you. ... She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes. You can concentrate by holding down the space key. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Makoto only has a certain amount of brain space to concentrate.
Got like 5 brain cells.
Well then, good luck and have fun.
He still has more than Sora, Donald, and Goofy combined.
Oi.
Yeah, if you ever can't remember what it is, press like F1 after the argument or like, yeah, and go through and find what it is. So then you can look at it and be like, oh, that's what it is. So yeah, if you click it, then it'll give you all the details.
Okay, cool.
But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall.
No, that's wrong.
It's wrong.
Yep. No, that's wrong.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Oh my god, yeah.
There's some voice acting, not a lot, but...
Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone.
So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall?
Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
Can you act like a little bit more confident? Because, you know, my life's on the line here.
She is not meant for this life, okay? She just wants to sit back by the pool and eat her donuts.
Honestly,
so
true.
I don't think so. I mean, I honestly can't remember.
She's a bit of a dunce.
Think so?
My memory is the same as the fish I swim with.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl?
How dare she?
How dare you?
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Dude, her picture is
Yeah, you
flipping
tell her,
out.
Morgana.
Her picture
Look at those
is
sharp,
Joker.
Look at those sharp ponytail spikes.
I know, right?
She could have
Speaking of
stabbed
which,
Sayaka with
I'd like to
those.
ask Bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Interesting.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But they didn't know that beforehand.
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Kara is Chihiro.
Good grief! Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
Thank you, Monokuma. Thank you.
Oops. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Dude, their pictures freaking out is killing me.
Oh yeah, they have a funny thing where whatever sprite they were on last is the one that they stick with until they next appear on the screen. So sometimes like if it's focused on Hina and you see the person next to her, they might have like a completely out of place sprite because that was the last one they were on. It's really funny to look at sometimes.
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Leon, come on, bro.
She's like, I can't prove it. And then Hina's like, yeah, Sakura was with me. And Leon's like, wait, who's Sakura?
Oh my god, Leon, get a hint. Take a hint, I mean, whatever.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
I'm surprised she knows that word.
Airtight? Like my head!
Now
Airtight!
Now I cannot not hear Morgana whenever she speaks from Persona 5.
Oh my god.
Because they share the same voice actor.
Why do you do this?
Stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Boy, they're just having a sleepover party, but you got one major thing wrong.
I definitely know who Sakura is killing next.
Ah, yeah.
Not that she has killed anybody, but like, if she would kill anybody, it's definitely Taka.
No. He hasn't questioned why she wears a skirt.
Nope.
It's a kilt.
I'm progressive. That's all.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Taka! Taka!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
He's so angry. Look at his face.
He is angry.
Big anger.
Well, because they're not here anymore.
What? Oh. Someone who's not here? What are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Really? Monokuma! No.
I got it! Then...
Definitely
Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility.
Well, she didn't kill herself.
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
Thanks, Taka.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Hey Muna, can we get like some like professional tools here? Can we like swab for fingerprints and stuff? Thanks.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
Why is she blushing?
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Dude, them spinning out in the freaking left there is ridiculous.
That's just how he talks. How dare you?
We're gonna remove what I said a minute ago from the recording, right?
I mean, I guess if you want me to.
I could see how it would be weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Best girl.
Thank you, Kyoko.
Amen with that, Mina.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
What does bewildering mean?
I was literally just gonna say, here's a dictionary. Smash.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
She's looking into my soul.
She's literally talking right to the player. That's creepy.
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes. What is the Hangman Gambit? As things advance further in a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. Yep. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Jesus, what the hell? Are you shitting me? I hate puzzles! I'm not good at these types of puzzles!
Don't worry, you've got us. It's
Jesus.
just a little mini game.
Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the mouse to aim and then the left mouse button to shoot the desired letters. ... If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That must be a crucial point. The only thing I can think of is... hair?
So yeah. just think about it, and then when you get in, it'll give you like the amount of letters, and it will give you some of the letters that are in the word or phrase, and you have to fill in the rest. It's kind of like a fill in the blank.
Damn it, I hate these games. I'm horrible at Hangman.
It'll be okay. I'm sure you'll be fine. Just take your time with it and don't stress about it.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. The first word
No.
is Chia Pet.
Chia Pet. Thanks, Carter.
I'm sure it'll work out. I mean, because obviously he was missing that in his room.
What was missing in the room? Trash can was there, the bed was there.
So yeah, it was.
I mean, she said the hair was cleaned up, so like there was no dust or anything.
Maybe
So
advance so you can
go in
figure
and
out
have
how
a
many
look.
letters it is.
We can figure out what that
It'll
something
have
is.
it'll have some of the letters in there, and you'll have to click the ones that are missing in the order.
Oh, it is hair.
So yeah, so you click the letters that are missing in the order. So you have to click. You have to like shoot down the A.
Damn it.
Before it like gets there, and they go through colors. So it starts on yellow, goes to orange, then red.
So I was right, it was hair.
Now I understand.
Yeah.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes, and if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair
See,
on the ground?
Toko's face is still. That was her last frame.
Oh, yes, I see.
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they
There's
had ever
Mondo.
been there.
No, yep.
Wait.
It's funny to look
then
at.
That means.
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Yeah, that's pretty important.
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Dude, Kyoko, you
Look at
better
that-
never
look at that
die.
little
You are.
smile.
Yeah.
Look at that little smile. Isn't it so cute?
You better never die, Kyoko, because like you are my savior.
She's literally saving you right now.
I know.
Kyoko is carrying the team on her back and isn't breaking a sweat.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
Door handle.
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
We're gonna have to do another Hangman's Gambit.
No.
The killer struggled
This
getting
is-
into the bathroom. Yeah.
This is just picking it.
Okay, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke.
So yeah.
Okay.
You have to press the right button
Oh,
to
okay.
present it. Because you can press the left one to look at it.
Trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The thing that's on every single door. Bro.
There are doorknobs. I've been bashing them down with my head this whole time.
My hair is so long it opens doorknobs for me. Has a mind of its own, you know.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken.
Dude, Fumi is still pointing.
Oh yeah. Look at that big sausage finger.
Hell yeah.
See how the top
in my
part was
face.
unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
You peasant.
Sass in the mall.
I know, right? Kyoko
Wait,
said
no,
it was a bewildering act.
That's Byakuya's thing. You can't take that, Kyoko.
Oh no, Kyoko is mega sass.
But she doesn't call them peasants.
That's just bullying, though.
I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn. Oh, there's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. Oh shit. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they say, but you will also lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important, because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Hell yeah!
So yeah, there are gonna be multiple orange spots, so you have to choose which spot is the right one to, like...
Got it.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Because
Sayaka had locked it.
She didn't lock it.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah!
You can't lock the boys' bathroom.
Exactly. You got the hang of this.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was
God, this is stressful!
Yeah. That's
After
why
all,
I'm
the
here
girls'
to, like,
rooms are
help
the
out
only
if you
ones
get
with
too
walk-in
high stress.
bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door... That's not lucky at all!
So the reason the door didn't open was just because
Thanks
it
for
was
the jab.
stuck. But the
No
killer didn't know
worries.
that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the
He-
doorknob to get in.
He likes to jab at you.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
You're gonna have
Everyone
borks.
should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
Oh, I just heard something. I think they're playing kick with his peanut butter jar.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked. So they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was... took place in my room? Yes? I think?
I mean, you can go ahead and say, like, do you want me to confirm?
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
So,
Are you
basically...
saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's
Yep.
inconceivable.
Because someone switched it. They switched the door things, right?
Yeah, the door plates were switched.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific,
Now I want to see his frame. Please.
what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But The killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
There he is, Phoebe!
Look at his, like, pointy sideburn.
I know. There he is! That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
Pop, 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 pop.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Okay.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Don't do it.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Seriously.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
Bitch.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
Sorry.
Over what?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
My god, you me.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Stop with the pointy finger, it's mean. Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the right answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because...
It would be So
So
want us to tell you?
what did Sayaka do? Ask you to do?
I don't.
Because she was afraid.
She asked us to switch rooms.
Yeah, that's what Makoto's trying to get at.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. Like I was like, well, I know it can't be this. Okay, I guess this is the.
If you look at the information, it would have said like she was
Sayaka
afraid.
already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Oh, sorry. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want
Makoto's
to
just like,
consider it,
people lie?
but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Wait, what? Someone I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Where did you find that? Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? Oh shit.
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appear.
Oh shit. Not as innocent as she seems.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Oh my god.
Why didn't you fucking do it?
Oh my god.
She stayed in the kitchen the entire time. 'Cause she's
Yeah.
like, I don't know how to help.
She was taking a break the whole time.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then, that note.
Pretty boring signature.
I know, right? Sayaka wrote it? Yeah, bitch.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Hifumi, no. Stop. No
Yeah,
one wants to get with you, Hifumi. You look like a beaver.
He looks like a hammy.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
No, not really.
Very well. Pay attention.
Just straight up says, no, not really. And then she's like, you will listen!
Dorm nameplates. Okay, got it. I can just let it roll out, though, to make sure.
Yeah, you can let it roll out.
Rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No.
So
Right?
in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it
Did
said,
I get it wrong? Okay.
they
I
would
got it
not
wrong.
have any
No, you
connection
missed.
to what
Oh.
happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
So the bullet and the has like a slight delay to
Oh.
it. So
Okay.
if you try and like if the words have already scrolled past and then it hits, like it won't count.
Makoto in the note. It specifically I see.
Sounds
And they would have
ridiculous.
gone exactly the room that Makoto was staying. So in other words,
Damn it!
even if someone did read the note, they would not
Remember
it.
that you can press space to make it slow if you need to do
Okay.
that.
Sayaka and Makoto fled in the note.
Jesus Christ.
I see. Then they would have gone to Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying.
Jesus Christ, that took way too long.
The nameplates
Doesn't
on
matter.
Mai and Sayaka's rooms got
You have,
switched.
like, you have like 10 minutes per thing anyway. You have a long time for these.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
Whoa!
So what you're saying
I didn't do
is
that.
the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Don't sound too convincing.
Poor Makoto.
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms. Sayaka?
Me!
Me! Well, Sayaka, right?
It was me, Dio!
It's Sayaka, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
So wait a second. Does this mean that she was trying to, like, frame Makoto?
I was just about to say, like, you know it was Sayaka because the killer was under the impression that they went to Sayaka's room and Makoto didn't switch it, which only left one person.
Yeah.
But
So, yes, Kara, that...
So I'm right. Why would she do that, though? I guess it'll say so. Say why.
You'll find out. The game leads you.
I'm so confused. Why would she do
Sometimes,
that?
sometimes your logic. Sometimes your logic will catch up faster than Makoto does, and you're just like waiting for Makoto to catch on.
Oh.
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
It's because
You can
she's
also
not
infer
best
as
girl.
much from her note.
Yep. We already read
She
this.
specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Dude, Mondo. On the right there.
Still mad.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
His hair is still just popping.
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was
Pop,
Makoto's
pop, pop.
room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
So wait a second. Are they saying that the person who got the note isn't the killer? Because if they're not the killer, then why wouldn't they just say, okay, I got the note or something? I don't know.
They don't want to admit their guilt.
Yeah, I guess.
They're not saying that the person who got the note isn't the killer.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what they were saying.
No. They're saying the person who got the note likely would be the killer.
Okay, yeah, I was
Since
just
they
a
were
little bit confused.
Well, they're saying that since they're the only other person who might have been able to get into Makoto's room, because she would have opened the door for someone she invited in.
Yeah.
What happened
Bark,
then
bark.
was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her.
Thanks, Taka. I didn't know.
We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
Excuse me, you don't know who did it because you don't know who she invited over. What the hell, Taka? What the hell?
Taka is real clever, but also dense as a brick.
He is a little slow.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Mondo's me.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka up. When you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. Gold! There's gold on it! Oh my god. Something glittery.
I got something glittery.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
Oh my gosh.
Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
Taka.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Does that mean there's still gold on someone's hands? Because the water wasn't activated during nighttime, right? Unless they washed their hands in the toilet.
I mean, it's not nighttime now, I'm just saying.
Well, yeah. But I was just saying.
All right. Then it's
So
about time to solve this mystery.
I don't think they'd leave it.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death. That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to look, Jesus. About non-stop debates. Okay, sure. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. Aw, shit. No! But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement.
You gotta match the bullet. You gotta match the evidence to the right statement, pretty much.
Replica sword sheath, kitchen knife set, and replica sword. So I don't need to use the kitchen knife set? I don't know.
When the fighting broke out,
I mean, you can let it go through.
Grabbed the sword. And that's
Have a
when
look
the
at what
first
they were
blow was
saying.
dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
I'm very confused.
So, Makoto is after it's all played through, Makoto will give like a little hint here.
The person with the sword really did attack first. There's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. No, so, then Sayaka attacked first, right?
So,
when the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. The sword-based sneak attack.
No. I don't know which one to shoot. Help! I'm very confused
so
what each of these
the
do.
kitchen knife set is not what you need to be using.
Okay,
so just,
maybe I should like actually
So
look
your
into
bullets
what it's
are
saying.
the knife set, the sword sheath, and the sword itself.
Okay, let's look at this. Took it from the gym. Sword handling and some of the coating is part of the blade. Okay.
You can press escape to get back.
Right. Press F1. And then the sheath. The sheath was found some distance from the sword itself, and it shows evidence of being scratched with a sharp object. I don't know. Jesus.
But then the culprit took that
How
from
do
her
I-
too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
So, if the sword was used first, how Makoto's saying like, how did that other part get damaged?
Well, yeah, I know, but I just don't know like which bullet to shoot. Like, do I shoot the first thing when friggin' Surfer Dude is talking? With, like,
Well, is
and I
that
don't know which one to choose.
Is that the thing that's contradictory? Like a sword-based sneak attack. If they used it
Yeah,
first, he's saying like
he
they used
didn't-
it first.
No, it wasn't a sword-based sneak attack.
Alright, so that's what you have to shoot.
But
And
with
what
which
will
bullet?
prove that it wasn't? What would
The
prove that
sheath?
the sword wasn't used first?
The sheath was cut, right?
Yeah, the sheath was cut.
Okay, so I used the sheath.
Yeah.
Okay, I just the different bullets are just confusing me. Like,
Fighting broke out.
Sometimes it's more obvious. Sometimes you have to think about it
That's
a
when
little.
the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, what's wrong?
it's a good thing I have you here. That was, I don't know why that was confusing me so much.
No, I don't think the fight started with the sword.
It's a good. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I think I just.
Why not?
I played Phoenix Wright before I played Danganronpa, so maybe I'm used to looking out for like small details. I also watch a lot of Detective Conan, so and I've gotten used to like picking up on details. Like, oh, that's odd. Why is it like that?
Yeah, well,
Mina
like,
is the ultimate
thing
detective.
see, but the thing is that I kind of knew what was happening, but I didn't know like which bullet to shoot or.
I
Yeah.
struggled with the same thing, Kara, don't worry.
Yeah, it can take a bit, but it's not always like. It's not always finding the lie. It's finding something that will prove it wrong. So, what Makoto's done here is like oh, it was a sword attack, and Makoto's like, no, that's not right because this proves that the sword like wasn't used first.
Okay.
So yeah.
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Did you understand? I have popcorn for hair. God, I'm obviously not that smart.
I've got butter for a brain.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get
See,
it.
now that's starting
So
to
here's
catch
how it
up.
all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
He doesn't even believe in himself.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
I think Doctor just doesn't want to believe bad.
because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Part of her body that shows she never used a sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would you have to touch it? Her broken wrist!
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Oh my god, don't go!
No,
I wonder what would have happened. Like, if Makoto had been like, yeah.
Just like sarcastically, she didn't pick up on the sarcasm.
Oh, she wouldn't pick it up. She'd be like, I knew it!
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at night times. She's afraid of water! I knew it.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the
I didn't know that.
Sorry.
Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my god, Toko. Gross.
Oh my.
He's right next to it.
You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Oh my god, if you me.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one without the sword. The killer! No.
I got it!
It was Monokuma!
She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Oh no! You're so slow, Makoto.
Now do you understand?
Oh yeah,
She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
He's got that average brain.
So average.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Well, actually, I'm pretty sure Makoto said that she could stay there, right? No.
Yeah, Makoto said she could stay there, but then she was like, oh, we can switch rooms.
Ah.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to
I like
work,
how she says
the
his
target
name.
had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret.
Makoto.
If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
I'm a baby.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Da da da.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
Oh my god, thank you for your input, Mondo.
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
Come on,
Oh, poor
Makoto.
Babu.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
It's you. We hadn't even mentioned the crystal ball yet, so.
Makoto.
No, you still got
right now,
quite a
you just
few
need to
things.
concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
You're talking directly to the player, Kyoko, and I don't like that.
She says Makoto. Kiara's like, that's me. I'm Makoto.
I mean, like she said, you just need to concentrate. When you say we, that's creepy, Kyoko, and I do not like it. Breaking the fourth wall.
She's talking directly to Makoto. She's like, Makoto, you need to figure it out. You're not Makoto. You're just playing as him.
No, but wouldn't she say we need to figure out? We need to concentrate, not you need to concentrate. It was like, whatever.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. That's a lie! Oh, God. The dying message. Oh, okay. Just one this time. Good.
Yep, just one.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Do it.
Very
Shoot.
well.
Damn it.
Then let's review all the clues we found
Damn
up
it.
to this point one
I
more
missed.
time.
Do we really have time for all
That happens sometimes. I think.
Die!
What?
If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
Chill.
There's like some points in this game where Remy would miss the most obvious shots, but then she got like this really crazy shot without like concentrating like that, and I don't know how she did it.
I have the best aim, and I just don't think
There
at
still
all.
might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining. Wait, what did you say?
Dining. Come on, Leon.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote the message, and I can prove it. Her left index, her left index finger. It's her fatal wound! Her fatal wound wrote it!
It was the knife!
I mean, indirectly, the fatal wound did do it.
Had blood on it.
It's true.
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
I told you! It's upside down words.
It looks like...
Leal!
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first
Leal!
two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Noel? No, Noet. No. Okay. I don't know.
Ah, you're right.
Don't worry.
The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but... Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Oh my god.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Damn, that was rude. Unnecessary. Come on, bro.
Oh gosh. Look how happy he is though.
I know, right?
Oh, he was talking to Hifumi.
Does anyone's name start with NN? I don't know.
I don't think so.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Don't worry about it. It'll...
Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know. I don't know
See,
either.
Makoto doesn't know either.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh?
You can look in your thing too.
Rotate it. I think maybe I see something. I don't know. I don't see anything. Ah!
Turn your head upside down.
Leon. It's Leon! Oh my god! I knew it was Leon. Leon.
I almost said, just flip it upside down. But I didn't. I was like, oh, thank God my mic is muted.
Dude, I told you guys. I told you it was Leon.
Yeah, Leon.
It may have made no sense at the time, but I was right. Leon.
When you first found it, you were like, oh, it's letters. The three of us just exchanged messages like, oh my god.
Oh, did you?
Almost nailed it first try.
You nearly did. So
close.
I didn't see the little dash mark for the N.
Yeah.
So at this point in the game where you find that it was Leon, Remy still hadn't got it, looking at it like this. And Hana straight up just said, like,
turn 180
he straight up
degrees.
said it. But I was like, Remy, just turn your head upside down.
Dude, I was so right though, Leon.
Yeah, it's Leo. So it's really cool how you kind of like saw that it was letters but didn't quite get it right. Remy didn't get it until this point.
I don't know
Crimson
why I'm
got
used
it.
to switching it upside down, but like that's the first thing I thought of. I did not think of numbers the first thing I saw it. The first time I saw it.
Yeah, it's
I
real
only
funny
saw
because
numbers, and that's why I struggled.
Oh.
Yeah, Remy struggled so much.
I just knew it wasn't
until
a 3
this exact
because
point.
I knew it wasn't a 3 because of the way it was shaped. So I looked at the E and I was like, okay, well that's definitely an E. Leon.
Yeah, and then when Crimson played, he figured out that it said Leon probably around, I would say maybe close to the start of the trial, Rems.
Yeah, about that.
When he was going through the truth bullet.
Right off the bat.
You know what? I
And
actually kind of called it a little bit too before, because remember when they all saw their videos and Leon was super freaked out? I said it, but you guys dismissed it. So I was like, okay.
We're never going to tell you that you're right.
Well, that really, I mean, Leon really was just freaked out because everyone was freaked out at that point.
No, but he was even more freaked out than the others, discarding Sayaka.
But yeah, as soon as I saw it, I saw Leon. I didn't see it as numbers at all. I only
didn't
saw
see
Leon.
it as numbers. Alrighty.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right on to who did it.
Yeah,
So,
keep up.
Whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. Should become crystal clear.
So yeah, you get to pick who did it.
It was you! No, it was you. No.
I've got Detective Conan in
Yeah,
my head.
This mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
Oh shit, Leon.
What the hell are you
That
talking
face.
about? It's just a coincidence.
Yeah, right.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped.
But she was looking at it correctly.
Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. It's the thing that I found on the ground in the front of the incinerator. This, right? Can't be the crystal ball.
Well, that's not what he tried to get rid of, is it?
No. It's apparently part of a what?
Well, if you scrolled down, it would have.
I know.
Shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Oh shit.
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
It wasn't just that, Sakura. It was the name as well.
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
No one wants to, like, believe that someone killed Sayaka still, I think.
That's right. There are plenty
And
of
everyone's-
people here with shirts like mine.
Everyone's being suspicious as well because their lives are on the line, so they don't want to make a mistake as well. You gotta remember that.
Yeah. Except for, what is it, Toko? She, you know, just wanted to put the blame on me. Didn't even care about the facts.
I mean,
Toko is a weird one, okay?
At this point, though, it's pretty obvious she is not the picture-perfect representation of Grace under fire.
Yeah.
With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Why can't you just give me the answer in the first place, Kyoko, if you knew all along?
Remember she said, she needed, like, Makoto had to figure it out, or he wouldn't have believed it? She meant, like, you know, like Sayaka being the first assailant, like, Makoto wouldn't have believed that unless he figured it out for himself.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which a killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. I think it's hell.
I got it! If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
Oh my god, he beat me. He's trying to pin him. He beat me now. No, that's wrong. There was another way. His face so. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves Leon is the real killer. I don't know what you're hinting at, but okay.
Don't worry, just let the argument play through if you're unsure.
Shattered crystal ball. Okay.
You'll be able to maybe see something.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence.
Oh god.
Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was...
Me.
Me?
That laugh. No! He's like a wolf.
Okay, I don't know. Is it the third one? There absolutely was a way to use the incinerator without using the trash and key. Yeah, the shattered crystal ball. Oh, they threw it at the button.
Yeah.
And a football player would know exactly how to do what force
Leon's
he would
not
need.
a football player, he's a baseball player.
That's what I meant. Yep. That's exactly what I meant to say.
I mean, she was close. They were both American sports. It's okay.
Okay, so which one do I shoot? I have to look at it again.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order
that
to
one?
destroy the evidence.
No,
Yeah.
that's wrong.
So you're pretty much saying, no, you don't have to be close. Proving that someone else could have
Hold
gone
on.
in.
I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
Really?
Not everyone has. Not everyone has 5 brain cells. Some of them have 3.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Really? You can just say turn on.
No, he's got to be dramatic.
Gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Oh, someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
Yes, someone who's really, really good at baseball.
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Someone who's good at drawing
Absolutely.
things, maybe?
Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all because the fanfic creator.
Hifumi actually can throw things real far!
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Oh my god.
Do you have any
So
idea how
angry.
stupid you sound right now?
So I'm really that stupid.
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
This would be me. The closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Sure. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument.
One last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument! In this phase, you'll get given a complete summary of the case! You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book!
Oh my god.
However, you'll notice that in the comic, there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels! Also, if you take aim at a missing section and press the left mouse button... Holy cow! You'll get a hint! That might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun! How good are you at comics?
Oh
So,
god.
you can scroll through like the bottom things and there are a bunch of pictures that you have to fill in the blanks for. So you'll kind of reproduce there are a bunch of fake ones that you don't need in there. So you only have, and you have to get them all in the right order before you can.
This one.
So yeah, if you press the left mouse, like if you, put it in. So if you go to the next question mark and like you hold go to, like, if you click left over it, then it gives you the clue.
First, when Sayaka attacked the killer with the knife, they noticed something in my room. This would be this?
Yeah. Well, does anything else fit? So yeah, you got heaps of time. You have 20 minutes to do this.
He did that.
Block the attack! Then he's gonna whoppa on her hand.
No. I guess it's this one? Oh. Oh no, let's just read this. What did they do next?
Sometimes it can be a bit unclear at what's in the picture, but there. You can see that knife one is like right there.
Yeah. So it would be this one, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was just confused. Okay.
He's like facing her with a knife, and she's like, "Oh no, I'm running away!"
Okay, then he took the screwdriver and opened it. Okay, got it. Yes. Her face. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're a bit warped. Like, look how freaky that one down in the bottom right is.
Yeah, Jesus.
So he goes into the bathroom. She's stabbed. She's up against the wall. What does she do?
I don't know what she does.
I think
she doesn't draw it yet. She does it on the next one, right?
I mean, if you look at that, she's dead there, so...
Oh, okay, so I guess it is this one. He left the room, then
he's dead. He goes out.
Yes.
He's
and
cleaning
then
the hair.
He takes the ball. Yes. And then he... this. Wait. Maybe?
He's folded up first.
This one, okay.
Yeah, yes. There was like another one there.
Okay. Done.
And then you press that. Press right click to reenact.
Hell yeah.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
Okay.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
This music is intense.
Oh yeah. It's so the final comic.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I'd told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka.
Sounds so sad.
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone.
Such a horrific panel with her eyes like wide open like that.
Yeah, honestly. Jesus.
With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room.
Which cost him $10,000.
Yep, because he's a dummy dumb.
The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
He's so dramatic.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
Completo.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object!
I'm not good at you at rhythm games.
Stupid theories! You need evidence!
Where's the evidence? God, I forgot about the stupid rhythm game. I like Kara.
Wait, what?
Every prosecutor in the district attorney's office has to get their masters in rhythm games eventually. It's a prerequisite for the field.
Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence.
Okay. BTB! Hear more.
Oh my god. Mina.
Do you want me to read still?
Yeah.
Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle, aka the BTB BTW. During the BTB, you will want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. ... Press the press the right mouse button to lock on to an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the left mouse button as the tempo marker reaches the center. ... Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot will appear. At that point, you can press the left mouse button to shoot it down with a truth bullet. ... Refute their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious!
Hey, I like that show.
It's on Netflix now.
Yeah, I watched it all.
Just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Well, good luck then, and have fun!
Okay.
Did you get
the
it?
screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it.
Good.
Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
You used something of their own to remove the screws. Could have been.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
I have to show indisputable evidence that dude, if you is still freaking out, that Leon is the killer.
Oh,
You need to figure it out.
Here we go, BTB!
Moment of truth. Hell yeah, dance battle.
Where's your proof? You kidding me?
So you press right to lock on the dots, and then left to kill them all. So, right click.
The hell am I missing?
Stop talking.
So it's... Or is it left?
Jesus, how am I missing?
Not a chance.
Are you pressing right or left?
I'm pressing left.
Right, Kara, right.
Oh.
Alright, yep. Do you want a little, like, tip? I alternate right and left.
I'm so confused.
So,
Where's your proof?
press left to kill them.
I am, but every time I do that, it says I miss.
So,
no, to shoot them you hit right. To shoot them you hit right. To match the beat you hit left.
I always alternate right and left.
I don't know.
Like on the beat.
I failed. The fuck is that?
It's like all this evidence, and they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna vote Makoto. This is the game over. Don't worry, it'll come back."
But like, I don't understand. I was hitting left and right. It said to do left click to get the beats and then right click to lock on. But
Don't worry, just get through this and I'll explain it. Hopefully a little better.
Okay, Carter doesn't want to read.
Oh, I didn't. I
Nope.
thought we were just gonna fast forward through this because, like.
No.
Well then, the class trial is officially adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's the blackened. it would appear that the one with the most votes is Makoto.
So you're telling me after all this, they still think it's me? Bro.
Yeah. If you get a game over, they're just like, I don't know, Makoto's lying.
However, Makoto is not the blackened. Too bad. Looks like the real killer gets to congratulate. Gets to congratulate. Congratulations to them. Congratulations. What? On the other hand, everyone else must now be punished. Die, motherfuckers!
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up.
Got the colors in the background making my eyes. Ah.
Oh yeah.
You kidding me?
It's a bit trippy. But yeah, the left and right thing alternating makes it a lot easier.
Where's your proof?
Oh god.
Gets a lot worse later on.
Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie.
So you're telling me him saying you're stupid and you lie is better than my evidence? What the fuck?
Yep. So now you final strike with the final evidence. So left click.
Oh.
This should prove it.
You have to left click to final strike it. So yeah, later on they'll make that harder as well, but for now this is just the first one.
I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumes there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Dude.
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh?
Oh my god.
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
God. He's like a child. That's all he can say. Like, no you, no you, no you.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
It's a creepy image. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's freaky as oh heckin'. Ta-da!
Yeah!
You made it through your first trial.
Oh yeah.
With an A, no less.
Yeah! Oh
Look
shit.
at that shiny A. And all those coins!
Wait, I got 74 points? Coins?
Coins. Yeah.
The hell?
You get coins after you beat trials, and then you can use them to buy lots of presents.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You can go gotcha crazy.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
Da, da, da.
Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Or
What's
the
it gonna
dreadfully
be?
wrong
What's it gonna
one?
be?